Hey, it's me. Sometimes I wonder if we really understand what we're doing here, what this work actually means, both for us personally and for something much bigger than us, too. Most people aren't aware of how much their feelings, beliefs, and choices are shaped by things they can't see. And most of what's hidden, those deep urges, the places we're scared to feel or admit, those are the parts that end up running the show. At first, we think only what we know and admit to matters. Over time, it becomes obvious it's actually the hidden stuff that has the strongest grip. That's the irony. And the path we're on helps us to start to see it. There's a kind of unfolding that happens. In the beginning, we just act things out. If we're angry, we lash out. If we're afraid, we run. Eventually, though, we start to hold it back. We repress. We shove things down. Then, if we're lucky and committed, we begin to let those parts rise into awareness without needing to act them out. And that's where real change becomes possible. You might be further along than maybe the average person. Maybe you've already started noticing those patterns. The part of you that wants to take without giving, the way you distrust, the pull toward greed or control or blame. Just seeing that is already a huge step. It's not the final one, though. As these darker feelings rise up, rage, hate, the part of us that wants to destroy or withhold, it's easy to stop there, to either deny it again or sink into it. That's not the point of this work. We're not here to wallow in it, and we're not here to explain it away either. We're here to feel it fully, to see where it came from, and to choose something different. That's hard. Really hard. It's much easier to point to what's going on around us and say, that's why I feel this way. Deep down, though, we know it's not the real reason. At some point, we have to ask, what am I getting from holding on to this? What would happen if I gave instead of withheld? If I trusted instead of doubted? If I stopped making the world responsible for how I feel? Most of us are still wrestling with this, still blaming, still clinging, still scared to let go. And that's okay. The steps don't always happen in order. Sometimes we bounce back and forth. Sometimes we see clearly for a moment and then fall back into confusion. What matters is that we keep watching ourselves honestly, that we stay open to seeing what's really going on, even when it hurts. There's no single rule to follow. You need to listen closely to yourself, like really closely. Not with judgment, with curiosity. What's the motivation behind what I'm doing? Am I trying to stay safe? Am I trying to be right? Or am I genuinely open to growing? When we start to feel the pull toward giving, not from fear, not from proving something, more from a quiet willingness, that's when things begin to shift. Giving and receiving are not separate. Life flows when we open, it contracts when we close. You can't get what you won't give. You can't receive while you're withholding. And even there's a trap. Some of us try so hard to be generous and good and loving that we ignore the parts of us that are still angry or afraid or bitter. And others of us get so caught up in facing the darkness that we forget what it's all for. We rediscover the raw energy of those darker parts and almost get addicted to it. But we're meant to pass through, not set up camp there. There's something deeper waiting, a kind of giving that doesn't come with anxiety or need, a way of being that doesn't rely on old habits or pride. To get there, we have to meet every part of ourselves along the way. The messy ones, the resistant ones, the ones still trying to control it all. And we have to let them speak, not to give them the last word, to stop hiding from them. The path is personal, and it's also collective. You might not think a small group of people like us matters much in the grand scheme of things. It does. It really does. Creation starts in the tiniest center and expands outward. It never happens the other way around. So when a group of people comes together, not to be perfect, to be real, to look within, to commit to the slow work of transformation, something starts to build. Energy gathers, awareness grows, and even though it might feel small, even though the world might not see it yet, it sends ripples into the wider field. Some of us came here for this exact task, not to fix everything overnight, to take responsibility for our part, to purify, to keep going. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to keep turning inward with sincerity, where the power is, where the change begins. And I think one day, if we stay with it, if we build something real and honest and open, a true community grounded in truth, it will change things. Maybe not all at once, not in the ways that we expect, but I have faith that it will. People will be drawn to it. Leaders, teachers, people who can help shape the future. First, they will come to do their own inner work, just like you're doing now. The only way is to lead by example. The only way to build something clean is to stop pretending. It might be slow, it might be hard, but if we keep choosing to see clearly, to own our part, to face the friction instead of avoiding it, we make space for something honest to grow. And when things get hard, when you feel stuck or empty, remember, those aren't signs you're doing something wrong. They're signs you're getting closer. The real you is already in there. The love, the generosity, the creative spirit, it's all waiting. You don't need to make it up. You just need to let it out. So if you find yourself stuck in hate, look for the part of you that wants to love. If you're withholding, notice what part of you wants to give. If you're lying, recognize the part of you that longs to be real. Even naming your fear honestly is already a kind of truth. Every part has its opposite. Every shadow hides a spark. I'll leave you with a simple practice. You can try it right now or return to it when you feel quiet enough to listen. Close your eyes. Be still. Somewhere inside you is a quiet center that already knows. Let it speak. You may say something like, I let go of what I think I know. I let go of my defenses. I let go of the habit of closing. I invite in a new way of being. I invite in what's already true. I open to the deepest part of me, the part that's already whole. I ask it to lead. Then wait. No pushing. Just listen. The answers are in there. So are the next steps. You don't need to chase them. You just need to stay with yourself long enough to hear. You're full of something ancient and real and good. It's just waiting for your permission to live through you. Let it. Love you. Connect soon.